Hello and thanks for watching today's video. Today we are going to talk about the importance of routines in retirement. And before we do, we just want to say thanks for watching. If you're enjoying our content, please comment and subscribe and
give us a
thumbs up. So one thing at the end too is surprising, so stay tuned to the end.
The first thing we want to talk about is a sleep schedule. That sounds like a pretty simple thing to do, but it actually can be pretty tricky in as much as you're not having to get up to go to work. You don't have to get up to take the kids to school. You just really can do it, get up whenever you feel like it.
Oh yeah. I mean, life was so structured for pretty much our whole lives. When our kids were in school, we had to get up at 6 o'clock, make sure they were ready, feed them, get them off to school. So our day started pretty early. And then when they were older, and we were still working, same thing. We got up, we got out the door to the office, whatever we were doing. And all of a sudden, party time, nothing to do, And we did find ourselves for a while sleeping in a little later and a little later and a little later. And by the time we got up, had our coffee, had our breakfast, done the things we do, it was almost lunchtime.
Yeah. And also making sure that, we get into a routine where we go to bed at a reasonable hour too, because then you start staying up later and there's really no reason for that.
So we started going back to a structured kind of schedule for the day, and I think we enjoy it because, we like the mornings. So even though we might not want to get up, when we do get up and have our coffee, we enjoy it at that time of day, and you get a lot more done too.
Yeah.
So the second item for a schedule that we think is really important, equally as important, I would say, as the first one, and that is an exercise schedule. We definitely feel as we are aging that we need the exercise more. You start to lose muscle mass, and it's important to keep it.
Yes. And I also find even if I take a few days off, we'll maybe go out of town for a few days and I'll stop exercising for those few days when I get back and try and get back into the routine of my exercise. It's a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
And so it's very important to keep that routine going.
And in fact, we're trying to figure out how to incorporate exercise into our vacation or trips. We just took a trip in our camper, and we were laughing about the fact that we were sitting having our coffee in the morning while one lady was going past exercising, and we're like, oh, look, there she goes again, and that should have been us.
Yeah. And it just wasn't one person. Many people were out exercising, and we were just sitting there having our coffee,
watching
other people exercise.
Incorporating that, don't letting it stop no matter what you're doing, because taking care of your body and your mind and your health is really the most important thing you have as you kind of go into retirement. So, and not just, walking. I mean, we do a lot of walking. We don't run, neither of us, our knees are that great. So we don't run, we do a lot of walking, but we need more than that. We need more, little bit of strength training as well. So so definitely number 2, exercise schedule.
Yes. And number 3 is the chores schedule. Now, I bring this up because I was finding that once I retired, I was spreading out the chores throughout the entire week. And I felt like I was doing nothing but chores around the house.
Every day.
Which is not my favorite thing to do.
No.
Maybe it's your favorite thing to do, but it's not my favorite thing to do.
No.
So I started making a schedule where I would do certain things on certain days, try and squeeze it into one day if I can.
Yeah, with both of us chipping in, we can knock out the whole, cleaning the whole house in a day. And not just the chores for cleaning, maintenance chores too. I was finding that the house that we bought needed a lot of repairs and upgrades. It was pretty tired, let's just say. And I was working on it every single day, literally every single day. And so changing that to, I'm only going to do that now once a week and finish off the few things. But that way, our retirement isn't cleaning the house and fixing the house. Because for a while, that's literally all it was, which wasn't really much of a retirement for a while.
It was very eye-opening
Yeah.
for me to realize what had happened.
And if you can take, there's 7 days in the week, if you can take those chore days and knock them down into 2 days, that leaves you 5 days for the other things that you're going to do, which I think is probably the next thing we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yes, and that will be your fun schedule,
Yep.
which is really what it's all about. The chores, they'll still be there. They will always need to be done.
Yeah.
But it is
Schedule
time to have fun.
That's right. There is, and you need to incorporate it into your schedule. I realize the weather can change things, and so you need to have a little bit of flexibility there. But you got to have fun activities peppered into your weekly schedule or your monthly schedule, whether it's doing trips, going to the beach, going to a park, going to a concert, whatever it happens to be. Get those things in your schedule and make sure that you do them, or else you'll be one of those retired people who kind of look around and say, well, now what? Retirement sucks. So you don't want to do that at all. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need to be bored. You don't need to be doing chores all the time.
No. But, scheduling things is important.
It really is.
Yeah. And the final item, which may well be one of the more important ones, and that is allow for spontaneity. Allow for things to blow up your schedule. If somebody invites you to do something, do it. If it sounds like something you would enjoy.
Absolutely, because once again, the chores will still be there when you get back from lunch or wherever you go. And, there will always be things that you can stop yourself in your tracks and say, oh, I can't do that because I had planned to exercise. You can exercise a little bit later.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So spontaneity is definitely the spice of enjoyment in retirement.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thanks very much for watching today's video. As we said, if you're enjoying them, please comment. Let us know what you think about scheduling things and being structured in your retirement day, if you do that, and give us a thumbs up and a comment and subscribe, please.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.